Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gateway in beautiful downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. This is Devotion Championship Wrestling. Hi folks, I'm the Cicerone, Lauren Gardner, calling the action on this episode. And what a show it's going to be. Starting out with tag team action, the Idaho Wrecking Crew's Outlaw Rusty Livings and the Tree City Giant James Grimm will take on Antifa's Monster 9 and Echo. And in our main event, a four-way King of the Gateway elimination match with the DCW Heavyweight Championship on the line. Will today be the day we see an end to William Cutting's dark reign? JV Vernola is standing by with one of the entrants.
Huge action coming up this episode. I am JV Vernola, the King of the Gateway four-way match with an opportunity at the DCW Heavyweight Championship. This man, Josh Glade, is going to be a part of that match. Josh, what are your thoughts heading into the match tonight? Are you trying to symbolize that this is one of the biggest opportunities of your career? I have to ask, is this, what happened to the doll? What happened to Back to you, Lord.
Thanks, JV. Appreciate you doing the heavy lifting for me.
Our following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from anywhere better than this intolerant fascist state, weighing in at a combined weight of, to say this would be body shaming, Monster 9, Echo Busan, and Diva!
DCW's own social justice agitators, Antifa, Echo Busan clips into the ring, accompanied by his tag team partner, the Monster 9. As I mentioned earlier, we do have in our main event a four-way King of the Gateway elimination match, which will feature, and this is a new title that he asked I would refer to him as, their dear leader, who is a perfect incarnation of the appearance that a leader should have. Thanks, Kim Jong-so-well. So with that upcoming championship match, So-well, no doubt, is preparing and leaving his teammates to go it on their own.
And their opponents, at a total combined weight of 480 pounds, Outlaw Rusty Livings, the Tree City Giant James Grimm, the Idaho Wrecking Crew.
Making their DCW television tag match debut, the Wrecking Crew. Right in front is the Outlaw Rusty Livings, and stepping into the ring is the Tree City Giant himself, James Grimm. These professional wrestlers from the Gem State are excited to be here, and it shows. The Idaho Wrecking Crew, with a combined experience of 12 years, have made a name for themselves in the Intermountain West and are seeking to establish themselves as the team to beat in Devotion Championship Wrestling. Antifa's Echo enters the ring in the most, well, it's either suave or cocky, depends on your point of view, I suppose, way possible. It appears he will be starting for Antifa, and the Outlaw Rusty Livings will be starting for the Idaho Wrecking Crew. I had someone just the other day reach out to me on Twitter asking why Echo is so cocky in the ring. Well, I mentioned earlier the combined experience of the Idaho Wrecking Crew. Well, their combined experience is equal to that of Echo's professional career by himself. The Outlaw showing Echo that he is in fact no young boy and deserves to be in the ring with this season's vet just as much as the Mockingbird employs a side headlock. Echo looks to reverse into, look at that, a Fujiwara armbar. That is the kind of level, that is the experience that Echo brings to Antifa. Not to be outdone, Rusty Livings escapes rolling through the armbar, looking to gain some shoulder control and into a Z-lock. Now, stepping behind, you want to be careful going behind on a Z-lock because it can be countered out of. He's using this positioning almost to show off the strength of Echo's abs. And there's that reversal I was talking about, right back into his own Z-lock, pushing Livings almost to the ground, but able to come back up to his feet. Goes for the schoolboy. 1, Echo kicks out at 1. I mentioned that the Idaho Wrecking Crew are looking to make a name for themselves here in DCW. Making a name for yourself is something that Rusty Livings has done throughout his career, establishing himself, trying to even distance himself from his life prior to professional wrestling, hence wearing a mask. Were people to see him sans mask, they might associate him with his former self, a self that has spent time in a corrections institute, as he is a former convict. But having paid his debt to society, he truly understands the price of freedom, what it means to be able to make your own decisions and to be exactly who you want to be. And so that's why he and James Grimm take such umbrage with folks like Antifa, people who are trying to enforce their will on others, to take away their freedoms under the guise of their own safety. Monster 9 is tagged in. Echo with his signature proletariat purge, and Monster 9 follows up with his own monster lariat. 9 is just getting started, delivers a pump kick and drops Rusty back to the mat. Oh, and spits on James Grimm, just for good measure, I suppose. Monster 9 familiar with the vulnerabilities of a mask, pulling on Rusty's. And now, oh no. Oh! Double chops to the back. Spins him around, sets him up for more. Holy hardcore, Holly. That's gonna leave a mark. Monster 9 and Echo having a true syncopation in the ring. 9 looking to take Rusty Livings into the corner. Despite his physical protests, he succumbs to the power and brutality of Monster 9. Tag is made and the Mockingbird comes in. Oh, look at that! Choking Rusty Livings right off of his feet against the turnbuckles. Now Echo's turn for some reps on the chest of Rusty Livings. And now with the snapmare, Echo looks to take back control, implementing a rear chin lock. Rusty shakes his head no, he's not giving up at all. Rusty sits up into a crouching position and comes back with an elbow, followed up by a second, now a third, creates some space between himself and Echo, ducks Echo's right cross and delivers a drop kick. Now this gives him the chance, yes, to get over and tag in the Tree City Giant. James Grimm comes in with a giant-sized belly-to-belly suplex. This whole time, James Grimm has been chomping at the bit to get in and deal some damage. And right now, Echo is getting very well acquainted with the suplex sorrows that James Grimm is known for. Cover, and Echo kicks out at 2. Monster 9 looking to tag in his partner. James Grimm puts a stop to that, giving Antifa a taste of their own medicine, cutting off the ring and showing their own synergy when it comes to tag team continuity. James Grimm makes the handoff, and the Outlaw gets right down to business. Echo, who just suffered 2 suplexes from James Grimm, suffers another beautiful vertical suplex from the Outlaw, Rusty Livings. Tag is made, and in comes the Tree City Giant. The Idaho Wrecking Crew, just as much as is Antifa, known for their own creative tag team maneuvers. An assisted wheelbarrow, flapjack leg drop, goes for the cover. 1, 2, Echo able to kick out at 2, and the match continues. I tell you what, this is some great tag team wrestling, some true tag team wrestling. Both of these teams are showing the benefits of working with a partner who understands your style and who understands your game strategy. And the strategy of keeping Echo from tagging in the Monster 9 is one that seems to be working well for the Idaho Wrecking Crew. Grimm now looks to whip the Mockingbird, but Echo comes back with an enziguri, dropping the Tree City Giant, and the Monster 9 is tagged and enters the ring. And this is something that is going to be interesting to see. 2 D10 cats plowing up against each other. to a stalemate thus far. Get wrecked, yells Grim. But it's he who goes down as Monster 9 drops his dozer-like blade of an arm across the chest of James Grimm. Pulls Grimm up by the beard now into a fireman carry. What's he got planned? Takeover slam. Not good enough. Tags in Echo. Takes out any support that might be coming in the way from Rusty Livings. Echo, the legal man, rising like a gargoyle, comes down. Good night, sweet prince. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and that's it, folks. Antifa is victorious.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Antifa!
Another win, perhaps, adding fuel to the fire that, in a way, could even validate the point that Echo seems to be reiterating for Antifa over and over, believing that they have been overlooked in DCW.
We are the best!
Self-proclamation made, and with the W to back it up. Things are just getting started on this episode of DCW TV. Folks, it's been weeks since we've heard anything from the bearded lady and whatever it is title she holds. Harvey Whipplebaum is here to fill us in.
I just can't seem to keep a client. The bearded lady just up and ran away. I mean, she found the only way out of that contract. She disappeared. I've got to find somebody. Who could it be? I can't think of anyone right now. Who am I going to find to replace her?
Now I know that I've left you before. I understand. But that wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was me, Mike. Okay? I'm the original Mike Burke now. All right? And let me defend this whatever the hell it is title for you, and you know, in your honor. Come on, please. Let me do this for you.
Okay.
Yeah?
It's a deal.
Yeah.
And you have a match next week.
Oh, okay. Let's do
Don't
it, man.
mess me up.
I won't. Let's do this.
It's been months and months and months since I last got an opportunity to wrestle for the DCW championship. Now that guy who I wrestled, he ain't here tonight. But that don't make one difference. That don't change nothing. That title is the whole reason I come down here. The only reason I'm here is to be the champion. I need that belt. I need that money in my pocket. Now Glade, I ain't worried about Big Glade. Not tonight, nah. I ain't worried about Cuttin. He's the champ, he's a good champ. I ain't worried about him at all. So, well, I beat him before. I beat him already. You know what I think? I think tonight there's gonna be a new DCW champ. Bet.
Still to come, the four-way elimination king of the gateway with the championship on the line. Welcome back to the Gateway. I'm Lauren Gardner, the Cicerone, calling the action here on this episode of Devotion Championship Wrestling. Whether you're watching our premiere on Fight TV or on demand in the archives, thanks for joining us, and we hope we can see you here for a live TV taping. Anticipating our main event, the four-way King of the Gateway elimination match with the championship on the line, we have camera crews standing by with the last two entrants.
Tonight, Antifa proves why we are legitimate champions. We're gonna walk out to that ring tonight. William Cuddy, we respect you, but we don't think any higher of you than just a corporate fat cat. Josh Glade, You mentally abled individual shouldn't even be in this ring, and I feel bad for you for what I'm gonna do to you tonight. Filter, big Filt dog, you disenfranchised youth. You shouldn't even be in the ring with us. Tell him.
This is your moment. You tell him.
You tell him.
You tell him.
Tonight is the night of Antifa.
In case you meat sacks haven't noticed, the butcher shop is back and we're open for business. You see, Glade, you think I feel bad for what I did to your little friend and your stupid doll? I don't. I could care less. And if you even think about getting in the ring with me and trying to take this belt, I've got a little insurance policy for that. Bottom line is, Glade, no matter what you do, I am always going to be 5 steps ahead. And at the end of the night, the result's the same. Me walking away with this. Capiche?
It all leads up to our main event. Don't go anywhere, folks, because it's coming up next.
Now I will kill you.
I'd like to begin with a fact. A simple yet shocking fact. It is this. A flood tide of filth is engulfing our country in the form of cavemen, females, and by he-males, animals. Male and female alike are hardened in cynical contempt of human life and values. And thus the grotesque costuming and several persons inflicting pain upon the other. Yet much of this material has been described as an illustrated, detailed course in crime and violence. This moral decay weakens our resistance to the onslaught of the communist masters of deceit. An invitation even is extended to come join the fun. But through this salacious material, these abnormalities are corrupting the minds and the hearts of our children. What you have just seen is not the worst material available, and yet even this required editing to make it suitable to be shown in this film. The vast majority of this material is too obscene to show.
Following contest is a King of the Gateway Fatal 4-Way for the DCW Championship.
This is it, folks, our main event, an elimination match, meaning that as an opponent is pinned or submitted, they are then no longer in contention for winning the match. But it also means that there is no count out, no disqualification. Already we can see that referee Ian is going to have his hands full in this match as William Cutting escapes outside the ring and Josh Glade, furious, ready to wrap hands around Cutting's neck, follows behind, and now the muscle behind Cutting takes Glade and puts him back in the ring. A smart strategy nonetheless for Cutting. If he can bide his time until the end, that will give him all the more advantage of retaining his championship. Meanwhile, Filter and Andrew Sowell have been going at it, but now Sowell attempting to communicate with Josh Glade, some sort of forking hand movements, and I believe that Sowell has convinced Glade to join forces. But this is not Marvel Team Up number 59. Sowell, no John Byrne, and Glade is not Chris Claremont. Crazy to think that right now, Andrew Sowell is the smallest competitor in the ring. Glade looks to chokeslam him. Filter says, "That's my move." And together, they bring the big man down. Filter goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And that's it for the first elimination. Filter making good on his predictions made earlier tonight.
Andrew Sowell has been eliminated.
The crowd elated to see Andrew Sowell eliminated so easily and quickly, and I can't say I blame him. Meanwhile, the champion taking advantage of the elimination match itself, hanging outside the ring, and Filter lays hands on the obstacle in front of him now. Josh Glade, who we can clearly see has been mourning the loss, not only apparently of his best friend Lola, but we saw that his beloved doll, the source of all of his happiness and strength, is no more. But he will not find a sympathetic ear in this match, as Filter is proving true to form now, raking Josh Glade's face against the top rope. And the big Filt dog is just getting started with a catcher mitt chop right across Glade's chest. Goes for a second. Glade gets out of the way. Oh, goodness gravy. Delivers a chop of his own. And Josh Glade, seemingly to have realized there was no one coming to his aid, has taken matters into... Wait, Andrew Sowell has not retreated to the locker room, be it out of injury or lethargy. He is still ringside. Speaking of ringside, so too is the champion who is in this match. But in the ring, Filter looking to charge and eats a mouthful of turnbuckle. An obviously exhausted Josh Glade pulls himself off of the rope and slowly approaches Big Filt Dog. Of course, Glade being able to recognize the only way he's going to be able to get hands on William Cutting is by going through Filter first, by outlasting everyone else so that Cutting has no place to hide. Filter finally able to stop Glade's progression and turns the tables, throwing Glade into the turnbuckles, and now hooks a ham hock into the side of his head. And at this point, I fear for Josh Glade. Like the Union Pacific's diesel engine, the big boy, it'll take a lot to bring him to a stop. But with the finish line in his purview, Filter brings down the straps, anticipating the But wait! It's Andrew Sowell! Antifa's supreme leader, nailing Filter in the back with a chair. Now Glade scoops up the big Filt Dog and delivers a power slam. Goes for the cover. And that's another elimination.
Filter has been eliminated.
Wisely biding his time, the champion stalks back into the ring. Josh Glade, who has endured so much, not just in this match, but emotionally over the course of tonight, is now slowly but assuredly getting to his feet. The devoted faithful want to see nothing more than Josh Glade take off William Cutting's head, and he is one to oblige. This is what Glade has been waiting for, his chance to exact his revenge on the champion. Now slamming Cutting into the ring. But of course, as William Cutting said, he had an insurance policy, and that man, along with Steele, are putting boots into Glade. This is despicable. This is our champion, folks. This truly is the dark reign of William Cutting. From the footage that was given to us last week, we saw Cutting talking to Steele, claiming that once he eliminated Glade's doll, nothing would be able to stop him, and he would have unchecked reign in DCW. And honestly, folks, after that, I hate to say I think he might be right. Glade on the ground, Cutting covers, and that's it, folks. Glade is eliminated.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still Devotion Championship Wrestling Champion, William Cutting.
I don't think that William Cutting will be happy until Josh Glade is completely erased from DCW. Without Glade, Cutting would have never been able to win the championship. And Cutting wants to erase that part of his history completely. Who is this? A dark figure just entered the... Rekka Tehanka! Tehanka, who has been on excursion in Georgia, is back in Salt Lake City, and she's got a bag. You've got to be kidding me. The doll! Rekka with the lost doll. Extending it now to the felled Glade. Cries of sheer happiness and elation from Josh Glade. Cutting extremely furious. With a hand extended, it looks like Josh Glade has got a friend once again, this time in the Polynesian Savage. And despite that the match is over, that there is no longer the championship on the line, that doesn't matter to Josh Glade as he and Rekka Tehaka square up and face off against the champion's muscle. No doubt Rekka Tehaka is happy to step in and give Steel a good old-fashioned what for, as she has done several times in the past. Now, she sheds Steel like a bad habit. Rekka, looking to finish up this musical arrangement, goes to the coda with a baseball slide as Steel hits the ground. Over the top rope goes Mr. Insurance Policy. Rekka, who first came into DCW as part of the original Butcher Shop, super kicks the champ, who falls into the monstrous hands of Josh Glade. Over the top rope goes Cutting into the arms of his Insurance Policy. He may not have won the championship, but Josh Glade no doubt sees tonight as the biggest victory he could have ever scored. With both the doll and Rekka Tehaka in his corner, Josh Glade is about to make a large speed bump in the path of Cutting's dark reign. Sadly, I must say we are all out of time. On behalf of DCW, thanks for bringing us into your homes. I'm Lauren Gardner, the Cicerone, and until next time, stay devoted.
Now I will kill you.